Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And I have with me Thomas from Tarot Your Way. Hey, Thomas. Nice to have you on.
Great to be here. Thanks for sending some of your cold weather this direction.
As I said, my pleasure. Yeah, I live to share. I live to share.
It's below the freezing mark here, and whatever moisture was in the air fell out as not really snow, but ice crystals. And then
Yes.
I'm hosting the homeless shelter for wayward cats. I've got Rhonda closed out outside of the bedroom, and I've got Andy inside the bedroom with me.
Oh.
Andy wants to play so badly with Rhonda, but Rhonda's not having any part of it. She just turns around and swats at her.
Yeah, they do that sometimes because I think they're especially with a little bit of an older cat. It's like, oh, not another kitten. Oh, geez, come on. How many times do I have to do this? How many of them do I have to raise? But yeah, good for you. Good for you. Hey, Book, nice to see you here. Thanks for being here. Thanks to all the people that are lurking. You're not saying hello, but hello right back at you. And so, yes, now that you're
Excuse me.
no, that's no need to apologize. I find I tend to cough a lot more when it's cold. It really gets.
Yeah, I haven't been outside often enough today to get my regular smoking in, and I don't smoke inside.
Ah, well, there you go. There you go. So, one of the things that actually I had, hey, Laura, I did a show earlier with Debbie from FREEBIRD Spirit, and we were chatting about as cold as it is, and it's not just in one area, it's across a lot of the US right now. Just different things that you can do to um, to help people who are not as fortunate in terms of shelter as you are. So, maybe think about going through your closet. Is there anything in there that would be warm that you're not necessarily, wearing a lot, or you haven't worn in quite some time and probably won't again? Think about donating it to a homeless shelter. Think about um, spending a few dollars at the dollar store, even if, or Dollar General, whatever it might be, just to pick up a few pairs of socks and mittens or gloves, whatever. um, $10 at a dollar store in terms of those things can go a long way. And so share that with someone in a homeless shelter. Take it to a homeless shelter. Let someone have that. And one of the things that a friend of mine does that I have sort of started to do in my own way is we have a coffee shop up here called Tim Hortons. Very Tim Hortons across Canada, very very uh, favorite coffee place. It's kind of like your Dunkin' Donuts, right? So you can go in there and you can get gift cards anywhere from $5 on up. So $5 to a lot of people isn't isn't a huge amount, but $5 will buy you a coffee,
A coffee
and it will buy
and a
you,
donut.
yes, and a donut. More than that, it will allow you to sit in a warm environment, right? Where a lot of places don't want people to kind of come in and take up a spot if you're not buying something. Well, this gives you the opportunity to do that. So think about picking up. Hey, Lori, are you? Oh, Canada too. Hey, um, Yeah, think about that. Think about, and when you see someone that is homeless, if you see someone who is, panhandling or whatever, just know they're not doing it because this is a life choice that they have made, right? So give give a little. $5 for most of us, $5, isn't going to make the difference between you being alive or not. To someone else, it could be a huge difference. Hello, kitty. Look at that. I want to get in the picture. Oh my gosh. So, hello, Book, Laura, Hershey. We were just talking about you backstage. Your ears must have been burning. So, hello, and yes, thank you for all the blessings and positive vibes. And what we were chatting about that I can tell you, Hershey, is I'm going to be doing a show on Wednesday with Gerald from Tarot Stash. And what we're going to focus on is those blind spot readings. And Thomas had actually asked for a blind spot reading in a show that I did previously. Um, and but when I brought it up to him and I said, "Hey, that was a fantastic idea. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to use it." He said it was one of your ideas. So thank you, Hershey. Excellent, excellent idea. Yeah. So, um, and yes, paying it forward. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a lot. People think of the homeless situation as one great huge big problem. It is, but you don't have to solve the whole thing, right? You just need to help out one, right? So, yeah, absolutely. Oh, and thank you. So, what has been going on with you, Thomas? You're just a few away from getting to 300.
Yeah. And just Saturday we celebrated Hershey getting to 200. So, and she's like already at 209 after her
Nice.
celebration. So, um,
Perfect.
as it goes, the more you get, the faster subscribership goes up, because it's,
Absolutely.
you get recommended to more people and more people talk about you. And uh,
Yes.
I'm going to take this good or bad publicity as publicity on, even on
Exactly.
this YouTube sensation. Let's hope we're known for good instead of bad. But
Exactly.
if people want to make fun of me and my faux pas, my slip ups, and my ramblings, go ahead.
Yep. Exactly. So, for those of you who are not subscribed to Thomas, let's get him past that mark, okay? And make sure that you do go over to his channel. The details are in the description of the video below. So go in there, make sure you give him a like, share, and subscribe. And you do it not only because you want to support the channel, but honestly, what it does with the YouTube algorithms and so on, the more people that watch a video or comment on a video, particularly, the higher ratings that you get. What that means is we're able to get our message out to people who are looking to hear what it is that we have to share. They're looking to hear that message of hope and so on. They just don't know where we are. So anytime that you help someone out, you like, share, and subscribe, we get the message out, more people can find us, the higher that we can raise the vibration. So there you go. That's why you do it, because it helps everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Book says she just loves my rambles because,
Perfect.
it's just, sometimes you're cleaning up or tidying up. You don't have to watch what's going on screen. It's just a friendly voice on the other end.
Exactly. Exactly. Hello, Margot B. And Jill Petway, nice to see you here. Joyful Journey. Joyful Journey is Canadian as well. Yay! There's a few of us, that we survive up here. We do.
Your
So,
hearty souls.
yeah, sometimes we have to be. We have to be, but it's the um it's the eternal struggle in Canada of um man overcoming the environment. That just seems to be a big thing with us. Hey, Kitty. Does Kitty have something
I'm
to
happy
say?
that she's locked away from the other one. She knows that Rhonda's out there.
Aww. Aww. Yeah. Yes, Laura. Shared struggles. Um, and that I remember years and years ago when, for those who don't know, I was an English major in university. So, and one of the courses that I took was on Canadian literature, and that was just such a big focus of Canadian literature throughout history. Really, is man against the environment. How do you survive the environment? How do you try to tame the environment and all that kind of stuff? So yeah, the environment plays a big role in our history. So hello, Heather. Nice to see you here. Alrighty. So did you have any thoughts on what it was that you wanted to look at today? What we can talk about?
Um, I don't. I didn't have anything that I wanted to look into. I know that people are wanting to know about politics with Iowa doing their caucuses.
Yes.
When I was living in Iowa, I participated a couple times. It's a very strange process. And the year was when Gary Hart got
Yes.
um, he was had a strong showing in Iowa, but later found to be having affairs on a boat called Monkey Business.
Yeah.
So that
Imagine.
derailed his political career. But
Yeah.
now I guess you can have an open affair and still go far in politics because uh, we've we've allowed it to become normal.
Yes. Yeah. And book that, yeah, Canada is like the upstairs good neighbor. The US is the neighbor cooking crack.
Uh,
Yeah.
Gem of the day.
Yeah. But it's, you know what? Not all of you are out there cooking crack. We're gonna have to find a way to all come together
It,
because
it's
yeah.
it's either barbecues or like fishing with fireworks or
Yeah. 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 Perfect. So if you do have anything that you would like us to read on, put your comments or put your question in the comment section. Make it, kind of relevant to whatever we might be discussing. And I do think that I want to take a look at, um, how things are going to go in Iowa, particularly in light of a comment that Trump made that was just so absolutely deplorable that I'm shocked beyond belief that nobody called him on it right then and there. So anyway, before we get into that, you want to pull a couple cards and we'll see what direction spirit wants to go in so that we're respectful of the process.
regarding political.
yeah, political, personal, whatever
Just
might,
just whatever the cards want us to read in. Well,
whatever direction spirit wants to go. Usually,
well,
I'm happy to go there.
I think it wants us to just do readings and help people because somebody's having sleepless nights with the Nine of Swords.
Uh,
In this deck, it's the Nine of Spoons, but
yeah,
the spoons aren't quite as harmful as swords. But get rid of that stinking thinking. Get out of your monkey brain.
yeah,
Um, write down things so it can be out of your mind and you don't have to think about it and lose sleep over it.
yeah, yeah. Concentrate on the positive. Concentrate on the positive because this year we're going to hear an awful lot about gloom and doom. Um, it's
And
not gloom and doom. Go ahead.
then we want to fill our emotional bucket with the Page of Buckets, Page of Cups. Um, we all deserve to have to be able to respond
Yeah,
correctly instead of react out of fear or out of triggers. So
I
I
got you,
think
Heather.
it's about our your viewers today, and I'm glad that you have a channel membership, and that can help you, pay for the StreamYard and pay for the upgraded internet that you need to do this kind of
Yeah,
things because it does add up. And every once in a while, you want a new deck or a new journal or
yeah,
things like that.
absolutely. Absolutely. There is, and you're right. A membership is one of the ways that um, you can support the channel in small ways, right? Because they do at the end of the month they do add up, and it is what allows me to to be on here and to do what I do. And I know a little while back I kind of did. I was curious more than anything else about, well, you know, how much does it how much does it cost to be to have a YouTube channel? And really, when I added up, for the internet and a portion of the internet and a portion of this, that, and the other thing, and it was around $120 a month. And that, yeah. So anyway, the energy that I am picking up on, and it's interesting. I start out, and I'm using the Witching Hour Oracle. Okay, so um, I start off with forgotten ghosts. These are things from from the past, things that we thought that we had dealt with, um, that we hadn't really. We kind of paid attention to them for a little bit, and then we thought we were done, so we put it aside. Well, now they're coming back up again so that we could review them, right? So that we can make decisions about going forward and what we're going to do. And the next card that I got is Cast the Circle, which is about raising your vibration. So, um, cast your net wide, bring in as much positive energy and positive people as you can, so that the more positivity that there is, the more um, the more good energy will be out there for everyone to be able to kind of raise the collective. And and then I got the Witch Hunter, which it kind of a sign of danger, but I think in this case it's a sign of, be careful where you put your intention. When you hear the bad news and, oh, Chicken Little, the sky is falling, who is sharing that information with you? Why are they telling you? What's their motivation? So look out for those little, uh, you know, hidden witch hunters who wanted to kind of steal your light. Don't let them. Your light shines very, very bright. Yeah. So I think that's kind of a good indication of where spirit wants us to go. Right? Don't worry. Everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine. So um let me see, what do we have here? Oh, oh, Debbie, I'm sorry to hear that. Um, yeah, her sister-in-law passed away Saturday, so now she's planning a funeral and a baby shower. Yeah, totally. My condolences on your sister-in-law, but congratulations on the baby. It's that kind of energy. It's that kind of year, I think, right?
It's that mixed bag of life, the wheel.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And so, Heather, I hope you're okay. And she says she's one of those. Got some unexpected news today, and it's causing me stress. Well, you want to take a look at, oh, and all right. So Heather says further on, it's her Medicaid. New York State took it away, and now she has to find out why and reapply. Okay. Well, we can take a look at the energy around that, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Book. Yeah, you're next.
So do you want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so Heather, we have Lady Temperance upside down, and our Lady Temperance here is, she's warning us against bad habits, and I think the states have gotten into the habit of deny first and let them sweat things out, because I know in my disability process, it was like going to be automatic rejection for 2 years and fight it and fight it and fight it. But when I showed up to the Social Security office with 600 pages of x-rays and medical information, the lady there uh, took charge of it and said, we can get you around this regular old process of denying early things. And, the state coffers will come up because we have the 9 of cups, the 9 of buckets. So there's abundance of funding there.
Yep.
It's just going to be the getting through the process and reapplying.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny. I start off with the familiar, which is deep bonds. So this is something that you've kind of you've gone through the process. You know what to expect. Okay. I then get as above, so below, which is manifestation. And then I get the high priestess, which is leadership. So I think I agree with Thomas in that this isn't anything that you quote unquote did. This is just a case of the computer goes through and sees how many people have been on this program and over what length of time. And it's anyone who's been on here more than 3 years, kick them out. And we'll see how many people who are entitled to this are going to reapply. Because if you're entitled to it, right, you're going to go back in and say, wait a minute, why was this taken away? And then they can look at each individual one and say, yes, okay, you are and you're not. Uh, this isn't something that is ever done for a personal reason. It's just something that they do in order to clean up the records, because I'm sure that there are people who are receiving it who are maybe not entitled to it. So those people, now that they've been dropped, are going to think twice about, oh, wait, okay, well, I kind of wasn't entitled to it in the first place. Maybe I just better let it go. So Heather, I think that it's a surprise. It's something unexpected, but it's not something that you can't handle. So I think that you're go in there with the idea that yes, you're going to reapply, and absolutely you're going to get back on it, and they're going to say sorry. It was a computer thing, but I think you'll be okay. You're going to find the leadership and all that, and you're going to find people along the way that are going to help you with this, right? You see how that person is sitting there and surrounded by all kinds of other planets, orbs, and so on. That, yeah, it just, yeah, you'll be fine. It's just, I know what you mean about it being unexpected. So yeah, you'll be okay.
It's just the pain of the process of
Yes.
having to go through it again.
Yes. Yeah. And it's funny because when I read that and I thought, okay, this reminds me years and years ago, when I had a career as a banker dealing with mortgages. And mortgages come up for renewal every, depending on the term that you signed up for, every 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, whatever. And so when the mortgages would come up for renewal, you would get a little notice. And it would tell you some of the numbers about how much you paid off, whatever. Anyway, at the bottom of it, you had to sign it and return it. And if you signed it and returned it, you were charged a $75 mortgage renewal fee automatically. That was done. But if you called in and said, I'm just reading this and I'm noticing on the bottom, what is this renewal fee? Boom. Oh, don't worry about that. I can waive that for you. So this is kind of the same thing, right? Yeah, I know. It's a pain in the butt, but you'll be fine. There we go. And book. All right. Book is in need of some light and love sent to her. She says, I have 4 days before the tech I'm embedded in my spine seizes up. I can't do trip to pain clinic 6 hours away. So what we need is for this device that is supposed to seize up to keep working. We need it to keep working so that she is getting release of pain medication on a regular basis. We also need something to replace what is embedded in the spine so that Book is either able to control the pain or without pain. So let's all manifest that for her and send out good vibes and say that, yes, this thing is going to continue to work. And you're going to be able to manage the pain, if not alleviate the pain. So, what do your cards tell you about that?
Trying to figure out how my camera goes. We have Lady Justice, and she's blind and holding the scales. And even though she's blind, she managed to take a whack at that snake and cut it right in half. So that might be a representation of your spinal problems. Is that there? It's not intact. It's not doing as it should. Probably nerves or something in there. I shuffled. I honestly did. It's causing you sleepless nights, of course. Because you're uncomfortable and you're worried about, being able to, first of all, to go 6 hours, and then second of all, to be comfortable during that 6 hours of travel to get there. And then we have our hangman. So I don't know how you can distract yourself and think differently, but we need to take the pause and take care of it, get it corrected, so you have some quality movement and being pain-free.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And Hershey is right. When she says, let that miracle come through. If 3 or more of us stand in this blessing, so must it be. Exactly. And we are definitely more than 3 of us in the room. So this is the cards that I got was the initiation. And this talks about the sacred test, the knowledge that things are going to work out for the very best. You don't need to understand how it works. You just need to understand that it works. Okay. I then got invocations, which is the power of words. So tell yourself that this will continue to work. You will continue to have pain management. You will get through this with the help of miracles, and just know that it is going to happen for you. Just believe it, Book, because I think that it will happen. And then I got witching herbs, and that talks about nourishment. So I know it's easy to say nourish your soul with good thoughts, because no one ever wakes up in the morning and says, oh yeah, okay, I'm going to get totally down on myself and I'm going to be as negative as I can be. But just whenever you feel yourself thinking that your things are not working out, don't get into the, oh my gosh, what time is it? How many hours do I have left? Everything will work out exactly as it is supposed to. I am protected. I am guided by the light. I am protected by the angels. They will come through. So, and look for, as you say, you need local treatment. manifest, if you can, that local treatment. Look, make a few phone calls, talk to a few people. You never know when someone can put you in touch with someone else who may be local who can help. The problem is we don't know what we don't know, not until we start asking questions, right? So, yeah, sending you lots and lots of light and love, and I just I just really feel that, yeah, you're going to be in for some miracles there. Did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
No, just I wish you stress and pain free journey on going about getting this corrected.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And we've got Lori R who would like to know. Hershey says, I have just a minute. I have a lot of metal entrains and shunts and stunts. Yeah, I'm with you. I hold space for you. Thank you. Thank you, Hershey. Yeah. Ah,
You're welcome, book.
absolutely. Absolutely. And if you need to go back and listen to this again, go ahead and listen to it again. Continue listening. Yeah, to keep that fear at bay. And remember, fear stands for failure expected and realized. Um, oh my gosh, what's the other one? Got them written down. False evidence appearing real. Frantic efforts to avoid reality. It doesn't not apply to you, but it does to some. F everything and run. That's another one. So yeah, do not give in to the fear. There you go. Alrighty. So Lori is thinking about her finances and what should I do to make extra money from home?
Well, our Six of Pentacles, our charity card. Well, this guy running around giving balloons out to people really doesn't help them. May make them smile for just a moment, but a balloon can't buy him anything, whereas a pentacle can, a coin or two. But I think that's just around the thoughts of needing to earn some extra money. I don't know what creative pursuits you have, but I think we need to get the Page of Wands. We need to get a passion involved, so you stick with it. And sometimes passions don't pay off immediately, but at least if you have a passion for something, you can enjoy the process for longer and endure until a payoff comes your way. And then there is a payoff because we have the Ten of Wands, our burden card, upside down. So burdens are released from you, and you don't have that the extra financial burden that you're feeling right now. So sit down and have that creative brainstorming session. And if you're artistic or whatever, see if you can work that into the plan.
Absolutely.
Thank you for asking, Lori.
Yes, absolutely. If I certainly agree with Thomas. If you find what your passion is, it doesn't feel like work. It just feels like something that you do for fun. So think about things that you enjoy doing, that are creative, that you're doing it because you love to do it. And if you can make some money on the side with it, then that's a bonus, right? So, for example, let's say you like to crochet. All right. So, crochet some little dishcloths or something that isn't going to require a lot of expense, but that you can, you don't have to sell it for $20. You can sell it for $1.50, and you're still okay. And then think about outside the box of how to get how to sell things that aren't going to require a lot of initial expense, right? You want to be at a flea market, or you want to go to, yeah, to kind of a bring and buy, whatever it might be. And I know some of them, they can run $75, $100 for a table. Well, you need to sell an awful lot of things to get your money back. But if you get together with 3 or 4 people and each one of you has a little something that you can sell, all of a sudden, a $25 investment isn't quite so bad, right? Think about approaching, let's say, a senior's home, and you want to be able to go in there and offer them something that they may not be able to do for themselves, for example, or even a senior community, to say, I can stop by every Tuesday and I will pick up your groceries, and you know it's going to be $20, whatever it might be. But be creative. Be creative. Think outside the box. Don't write, and like Thomas said, write them down. Don't be afraid to put things in writing and then take a look at it, and you can say, oh, wait a minute, I can see how these two things might go together. And yeah, I think that the big thing is, if you do something that you love doing, then it doesn't feel like a job. And as soon as you start thinking of it in terms um, of a job, then you're going to start putting up all kinds of roadblocks in your way, right? I don't have the initial investment. I don't have the time to do this. Yeah, you're going to talk yourself out of it. So just be open to suggestion. What if you're near a school? Maybe you might want, you can bring in some kids that might need to have a hot lunch, and you could do lunchtime care, or an hour and a half after school care. If you're able to do that, that's one of the ways that you can bring in some extra income, and it doesn't involve you going anywhere, right? So be creative. I'm sure that you'll find a way. Hello, Jessree. And I thought I saw something here. Yeah, Violet said, hi, my car died last week. Finances are super tight. Will I get my car back on the road soon?
Well, there's another thing that causes stress, is vehicles.
Yes.
Especially when they're not reliable. So the Queen of Swords, our Queen of Swords here, wants to be that take charge, analytical woman, but sometimes car problems are straightforward and can be thought out. But if you've got something elusive like an electrical problem, you can take it in time after time after time and never really get it figured out. But you want to slay the dragons. We have, um, you want to put it to rest. We got poor old Vlad here uh, in his coffin, and the Van Helsings are going to drive a spoon instead of a wooden stake into his heart, and you know, give him eternal rest, and give the town eternal rest from his goings on. So um, if the car is old and it's starting to getting to be a money pit, um, you may want to reconsider keeping it alive and keep throwing oats at
Yeah.
a dying horse. Um, but we got nostalgia, so maybe go back to your favorite car. Maybe it was a Delta 88, or just something that was reliable, got you there. Wasn't very stylish, but it was totally functional.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay.
We call it a hoopty
A
in the
hoop.
neighborhood.
Yes. Absolutely. And that's true. Doesn't matter what it looks like. If it gets you from point A to point B, that's all that matters. Right? So I think this is the card that I got was enter at your own risk. And this means taking a pause. So I think that oh, she says it's a good car. Will it get fixed? Okay. Um, yes, I think it will. Um, oh, sorry. My son must have left to go. His truck is in the shop, so he must have left to go pick up the truck because the dog is out there and she's not happy that he left. And she's a husky, so she's voicing her displeasure. So if you hear her, that's what it is. She's not happy. Okay. So yeah, this was the pause that you needed just to sort of contemplate. Will Did you want to carry on with this car, or is it maybe time to look at alternatives? Okay. Um, I get the witching hour, which is favorable circumstances. So that's what made me think that um, yes, the car will be fixed. And one of the things that I like to suggest is looking at alternative ways to fix vehicles. If you have let's say, a high school that offers an mechanic course for the high school graduates, or for the guys that are in high school, whatever, you can approach them and say, my vehicle needs to get some work. Would your class be interested in working on my vehicle? Now, know that, it's not like the teacher walks away and lets the kids have a go at it. Everything that is done is supervised. But you generally can get the work done for much cheaper than if you went to a traditional mechanic. Right? So look at trade schools, look at high schools, look at those different things. And that can certainly, cut down on your cost, where you might be able to get work done just based on the cost of parts, because someone is getting benefit of the learning. And with you as well, I get the invocations, the power of words. If you believe that this is the car for you and it needs to be fixed and it's a good car, then absolutely thank the universe for providing you with the opportunity to have that vehicle, and thank you for the service that the vehicle has given, so on and so forth. And just, yeah, go with the positive, and Yeah, I think it will be fixed. Yes. Yeah. And
Good luck, Violet.
absolutely. Yeah. You're more than welcome. Uh, and yeah, book was saying, yeah, from one that is unable to physically do for myself, someone reliable to get mail, take out trash out, make home cooked meals, do some laundry, dishes would be so worth paying what I can afford. Exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, that is a wonderful idea to approach someone that um, maybe isn't able to do things like that for themselves. That wouldn't mind tossing you an extra $10 when if you go get your groceries, can you pick up a jug of milk, a loaf of bread, and some margarine for me? Right? Absolutely. There you go. There you go. So I think that that is all I have for the questions, unless you guys have something else. Oh, I know what I wanted to, yeah, see if we could read on, and that was I mentioned it at the very beginning. Yeah, Trump's wonderful comment ahead of the Iowa caucuses, and I think it's like 7, almost 8 o'clock on the East Coast. So I think that the process will have started over there. But as he was doing his thing, talking to groups of people, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people, pretty near 20 in the room, he said, it's important that you get out there and vote in the caucus. And you need to vote for him, even if it's cold outside and you don't want to take the chance, even if you're sick and you want to stay home, you really need to, quote unquote, even if you vote, then pass away, it's worth it. This is what the guy who wants to lead the country is telling you, that a vote for him is more important than your life. So, what I'd like to know is this going to backfire on him? Are a lot of people simply going to stay away? Yeah.
Vote for me. I'm the strong man. I'll get it done. I can flex my muscles and I can talk the talk and walk the walk and don't trust anybody but me.
Yeah.
uh, I got this for him another time. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is the work card,
Yep.
but it's upside down. He doesn't want to do the work.
Nope.
He just wants the soundbite. He wants the he just wants the shock and effect, and um, wants to be known as being the greatest president that there ever was, and nobody else can do it. And he thinks that he's got the religious blessing with the
Yeah.
upside down pope, but it's the false pope. He's in bed with the wrong books
Yep.
and the wrong beliefs. So I'm hoping that early on these Iowa and New Hampshire voters really take him to task for not being all that in a bag of chips.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That because it's not he doesn't give two hoots about you as a voter. He couldn't, obviously, he couldn't care less if you live or die. As long as he gets what he wants, that's the only thing that matters to him. So go ahead. And, it's kind of like injecting bleach and taking that hydrochloroquine. Yeah, do all those things, because I'm telling you to do them. I think that this people are slowly starting to wake up. They're slowly starting to see that this is not good. This is a dance card. This is about freedom, where people have decided that they are going to unchain themselves from whatever it is that he's trying to sell them. They're looking after themselves. They're saying, no, I don't think that that's going to work for me. The next card that I got out was the Solitary Witch. And this is about healing yourself first. So, yeah, you look after you first and him second, because that's what he's doing. And then I end with the Secret Trail. And this is about ascension. I think it feels like a lot of people are listening to the messages, and they are starting to see that some of the things that he's saying don't make sense. Don't make sense. If he was such a great president, why did Biden and his administration need to go in there and fix so many things that were wrong? Why is it that Biden was able to his job numbers? He's been able to create more jobs in the couple years of his administration than the last three Republican administrations combined. Was life really better under Trump? Or was it just that he simply gave you an opportunity to be the nasty bigot that everyone always suspected that you were? I think that's what he did. He just gave you permission to be nasty. So anyway, that's me getting off my little soapbox. Don't forget to vote, but not at the expense of your life. But just, yeah, take someone with you, right? For if you're driving a vehicle, how many seats have you got? Can you take 4 extra people, 5 extra people? When it comes time to vote, make sure you take them to vote with you. Get them registered. Do whatever you can. Do your little bit.
Yeah. And don't expect to be able to go out to the bar until the polls close in Missouri. Yes. I was on a business trip on a voting day in Missouri, and it's like they couldn't open the hotel bar until the polls closed. And I'm like, I've never heard of this. And they said, well, there was some shenanigans some years back where they were putting people on buses and promising them a drink if they voted for their candidate. So Missouri put a stop to that.
There you go. Yeah. There's one in every crowd, one in every crowd that just ruins it, all the fun for everybody else.
Not that I needed to be drinking 24/7, but that's sort of what I was doing back then.
Yeah. And you have come a long way since then. Yeah, a long way. You have grown in ways that you can't even imagine.
But I did have to have a pretty major shakeup, a tower moment. To sometimes all the goodwill of people goes unnoticed until something deeply painful happens to you, and then
Yeah.
puts you puts you on the right direction. It took a while. I've worked on my shadows and um, the childhood traumas and all that, and uh, now I just wish I would have had that tower moment about 40 years ago, because every year looks better and better.
Absolutely. But you know what? Whenever it happened at the right time where you could actually appreciate it and do something about it. Maybe if it had happened earlier, you might have gone even deeper in the other direction. Right. So I understand what you mean, that yeah, there's things that I wish that I had started sooner in my life. And I have to remind myself that everything happened exactly the way that it's supposed to.
Thank you,
And
book.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. You are, you do bless everyone. So that is wonderful. So, alrighty. Well, folks, we are at 1 hour. And I want to thank each and every one of you for spending part of your evening with us. Don't forget to go over to Thomas' channel and do the like, share, and subscribe. Let's get him over that threshold. And Thomas, thank you so much for agreeing to do this.
Oh,
I
thank
hope
you
that we'll
for
have a chance to do it again.
keeping inviting me on and being
Absolutely.
with your channel members and your viewers. And make sure you keep supporting Marina, because we want her to be able to afford to keep doing this and blessing us with her presence.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I will see you guys tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I will be on with Mark Atha, the Spirit Whisperer. So if you've got um, any questions about your pets that are here, past, or whatever, yeah, he's a great animal communicator. So yeah, make sure you stop by. And then tomorrow is Taco Tuesday, 7 p.m. I'll have David from Tarot by the Bay, and you know we're going to be discussing the Jean Carroll that decision that is going to come down tomorrow, I'm sure. So anyway, once again, thank you, each and every one of you. I hope that you have a great night. Take care of each other. Stay warm. Stay warm. And we will see you later. Thank you, Thomas.
Thank
Bye.
you, Marina. Bye, everyone.